Cyber liability. Cyber liability is a policy that is frequently not purchased by a lot of businesses, but in today's time, it is one of the most used policies. Why? Because there is just a lot of cyber attacks that are taking place out there. Most people have heard of Target and Target's large cyber attack, and that has brought a lot of awareness to smaller businesses, knowing and understanding that they do need cyber liability. Most people do realize on their emails there's phishing constantly going on within their business emails. And those are cyber attacks trying to get information, personalized information that they can utilize that and steal things. So your business and every business needs cyber liability. Cyber liability is by far one of the most used policies. The two most used in the last 24 months in the small business and business world are EPLI, which is Employment Practices Liability, and cyber liability. Why has cyber liability been used so much by businesses? Because the constant attacks, both on their emails and on other ways to steal credit cards and other information. A business recently told me about the attack that they had and how these criminals are so sophisticated that they got in, they grabbed their banking account information and wired $49,000 out of their business account. Still to the day, 6 months later, they have no answers, and that money is gone. Cyber liability is a critical policy that every business needs today, with all the criminals out there that are phishing and trying to steal not only your personal information, your client's personal information. If you've ever wired money, the banking information is critical, and the teller or the person taking that direct wire will repeat and ask you to sign off or make sure everything is complete. Because once that money is wired, that money is gone out of your account. And the banking institutions are not responsible for paying you back on that. So there's two types of cyber liabilities that most people don't understand. Number one, some just add an endorsement to their BOP policy, to their general liability policy. That is a good way to start. But as your business grows, you're going to want a standalone cyber liability policy. There is more coverages on that standalone cyber liability than there are on the attachments or the endorsements to your general liability policy. So if you can afford it, I would highly recommend that you spend the money buying a standalone policy. And in most cases, we're seeing them between $2,000 and $4,000, depending upon the size of the organization. The larger companies, if you're in the sales of 30, 40, 50 million, we are seeing them in the $7,000, $8,000 range. But in most cases, $3, $4 million sales, we're seeing them in the $2,000 to $3,000 range for a standalone cyber liability policy, and that is annually. So when we talk about bundling policies, why is this such a hot topic? Well, it's a hot topic because in the last 6 to 8 months, more and more insurance carriers are relying on us agents and forcing our clients to get a quote. And in order to get a quote, you have to bundle your home and your auto and your renters, or whatever two policies you might need. And the reason why carriers are doing that is they don't want monoline business, standalone business, where they want the home, they want the auto. What is that a benefit, and why is that a benefit? Well, it's a benefit to you because on a bundle, you are getting a discount. It is just like on an auto policy. If you have a multi-cars versus a single car policy, you are getting a discount for a multi-car discount. So when you bundle your policies, it is in your best interest because you are getting a discount. And that discount is usually significant. Not only is the discount significant, but the spread of the liability is also very important. What do I mean by that? When your home and your auto liability is coming from the same carrier along with an umbrella, it is best for you because there is no complications in who's accepting liability. For example, I had a gentleman who had a home and an auto and an umbrella. His home and his umbrella was with one company. The auto was with another carrier. And what ended up happening is as he pulled into his driveway, he parked his vehicle. And a young boy was riding his bike, actually lost control of his bike, ran into the car, and got injured on the premises. Now what we had is a claim both on the home and on the auto because the claim happened on his property, which the homeowner's was with one company, and his auto is with another company. So in that case, you had two carriers actually in a dispute on who's going to cover that. It is in your best interest to bundle those policies, not only for pricing, but also for coverage.